Hello, hello, hello. Saturday, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are at in the world. And let us know where you are actually at. We would love to know. We are from Dallas, Texas. Yes. And welcome to the Savanh Family Show. And we are super excited. Saturday morning, we had our coffee, our tea. We have each other. We have our children in the next room. And it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful life, right?
Yes. So, if you wonder why we're so excited today, it's because we only sleep like 4 hours. You know, we have been, studying every day. We went to Word Summit in the morning until, I think, 9 o'clock. And then 9 o'clock we're learning.
We hopped on another from 9 to 3:30 this morning.
Almost 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, and then, another seminar.
We're like, man, we have to wake up even though we're so tired because we just missed you. We just really wanted to spread our word towards you. And obviously, again, we consider ourselves as successful people. So we have to have all these habits that what successful people have, which is continue learning, one of them.
Yes. So we were on Tony Robbins, Dean Graciosi's World Summit, right, from 9 to almost 9 last night. And then we had like a 30-minute break. We actually had to leave early and really hop on to another training from another mentor of ours, Peng Jun, because he's in Asia time. So from 9 p.m. our time all the way till 3:30, almost 4 o'clock this morning. So we're going, man, and we got up, but we had about 3.5 hours sleep, and we're ready for you. We're here for you, right?
Yes. So what are we talking about today, baby?
Yeah. So we live by this. We live by this that things won't get better until we think better. Yes. So the big question is this: how do married couples like us, who have busy schedules, run high-performing businesses, face challenges daily, raise multiple children,
and yet still remain in love, passionate, and happy like when we first dated?
That is the question, and this show will give you the answers.
Welcome to the Savanh Family Show.
Master your relationship, your life, and your business now. Yes, and if this is your first time watching us, again, welcome. My name is Savanh. This is my beautiful wife, my angel, my queen, my amazing business partner as well, Phyllis Savanh.
Hello.
And we are super excited. This is a brand new series that we are doing. This is 10 Habits of All Successful People. Oh, you're like, yes, I want to be successful. And you can measure this yourself. If you are an extremely successful person, you can be like, yeah, I do that too. Yeah, I do that too. But if you're not, and you feel like you're not, you're like, you got to stay on this series because we're going to share with you how essentially all successful people think. Okay? And what are their habits? Not just what they think, but really what are their habits.
Yes, and we have actually done another episode talk about be, do, have, and have, do, be.
That's
we want to be successful people, so we are going to be successful people first.
Be
and
first.
Then we're going to have all the successful people have. So what about you? Are you successful right now and you have all these habits? If not, hey, catch up with us. Let's do it together.
Yes, and there's achievement and fulfillment, right?
Yes.
There's a science behind achievement, success, career, things you have, work, and then there's the art of fulfillment, which is your life, your happiness, your energy, all that stuff. So however you determine success, what is your measuring stick? Let us know as well in the comment below. And if you want to watch our other videos, guys, we have a ton of we're uploading a ton of content, anywhere between 200 to 300 videos this year alone. And we just want to aim to always deliver. So watch the previous videos, and then this series will run for 10 habits that we're going to share. So
10 weeks.
Yeah, 10 weeks of it. So we'll be sharing those. So Saturday is our personal potential day, personal growth day.
Yes.
So the topic today is 10 habits. The title is 10 Habits of All Successful People. And the topic is think before you blink. What does that mean? Think before you blink, right? And thinking before you blink. Have you ever watched this show? I Dream of Jeannie, right, in the U.S. It was a really popular show back in the 90s. And
maybe that definitely dated you because I have no clue what you're
90s
saying.
wasn't that far away. Late 90s, by the way, almost 2000. But the show was actually a really old show, but a really popular show that actually it wasn't just running in the 90s. It had been running for a while in the 70s all the way to I think like almost late 90s. But a really cool show. It was about a husband who was married to a genie. And, and she would, he would come home, whatever it is, and he knew she was a genie, and, she would blink, and, she would do her genie thing, and things would happen, right? blinking is taking action. Blinking is doing something. So that's why I say think before you blink. That's what the topic is. And really, this is the first habit of all successful people is they take some time to think.
Yes.
That's what we mean by think before you blink. Before they take action, before they take massive action, which is another habit that, highly successful people do, is taking action. But before they do that, before they blink, they think.
Yes.
Okay? And today we're going to be sharing with you 3 tips in terms of how to think, right? Because thinking is so important. I'm a doer. My wife is a thinker. So I have really, transformed myself to really, I'm a much really stronger force now, because when I do take action now, it's really thought action. It really is. It's huge. Before I used to just take action. Because look, it's kind of like if you take action and you're looking for a sunset, but you're headed east.
Yep.
Right? You're never going to see a sunset because that's where sun rises from the east. Yep. So that's what we mean by think. Because think, it's like, well, if I want to see a sunset, then I have to head west. Right?
It's kind of like, when you're playing a tennis ball, right? You're trying to hit the ball and you just couldn't hit it. Sometimes it's just okay to just pause, take a deep breath, look around. Is it your racket? Is it you? Is it the environment? What is it? A lot of time I have to really slow him down. Again, if you're in a couple situation, your best friend situation, it's the best. Yes. Because, if the person forget to think, or more importantly, forget to breathe, I would say, hey, babe, hey, slow down a little bit. So they're saying, no, I gotta go. And I was like, no, babe, really just slow down, think. Because, even J. Abraham, he's like, on my schedule, I have a think time. I will sit there and just think and not do anything. Just think about it. And I think this is really important because I think a lot. I'm a water, there's a 5 element of, people. He's a fire, so you just burn. I just got to burn stuff.
Burn, right? Baby, burn.
Yes, and I'm a water, so I think a lot. I just, I'm a water and earth, so I think a lot. So a lot of times I say, hey, baby, what is the outcome that you wanted to get in here? What if you do this action, what are you going to get out of this? If you get mad for no reason and you wanted to fight with your husband or wife, what is the outcome you're going to get? Is that angry? Is that energy going to help you or hurt you with that relationship, right? So again, everything have a cause and an effect, so think before you blink.
Yes, think before you blink. And that's really why we say things don't get better until we think better, right?
Yes.
Things don't get better until we think better. In our lives, our business, everything, right? It's just, if you just do, you're going to make some decisions, right? Yep. Without thinking it through. That's why it's so important that things will get better once you start thinking better. And a good example is J. Abraham, very, very highly successful person on the planet Earth here, right? Yep. So he remembered he was in a room, in a meeting with a very another successful person, right? Much older than him, was mentoring him for, he was 20 years his senior. And he makes decisions to buy companies, right? And an employee knocked at the door.
Yes.
Comes in and says, hey, sir, we really need, and this is a true story, I won't share you the name for privacy, but sir, we really need your decision on the purchase of this oil and gas company, okay? And then it's a $21 billion decision, right? And we really need that decision. Are we going to buy them or not? Right? Right now. They would need to know, right? The board is meeting about it, and we really need to know your answer. Should we buy it or not? And he stood up. He walked up to the gentleman. He opened up his calendar, and he looked at it, and he says, I'll have an answer on Thursday, because that's my think day. Right? And Jay's like, oh my God, a $20 billion, and they're like counting him for a decision. He's like, no, I'll have a decision on Thursday, because that's a day that I think. And I have it scheduled for me to think about this particular topic on that Thursday. Yes. Does that make sense? To that decision to buy this thing. And so everything was on hold until he thought it through. And the company, the sellers and buyers are like, and the board is like, no, we cannot make a decision. We will not make a move, even though all the data's there, until this person tells us green go. Yep. Why? Because this person has, obviously has made them quite a bit of money. He was the only person that has his annual income was $1 billion a year.
Yes.
Let's put it that way, right? That's talking about decision making. His annual income that the board of directors was paying him Why the company was paying was $1 billion. She's the only person in the world that was generating $1 billion as an employee, right? As an employee. So remember that, right?
And
so
he is hired to think.
To think. That's it.
Yep.
That's all he is.
That's all he does.
And he makes great decisions by it. So let's talk about the tips, right? So we're going to share with you 3 tips on thinking, right? And I love this. I love these 3 tips because I definitely did not do them in the past, and I do them now, right? Yes. So the first tip is chunk down.
Yes.
What does chunk down mean, right? You have really this big, massive list. If you look at your life and, things to do in life and business, right?
Yes.
In all areas of your life, you really can have this we all have them.
Yep.
We can't say, hey, you don't have a big to-do list or a big outcome list or a big goals list. We're not saying that. You should have them. You will have them. You do have them, right? So how do you take that list of goals, outcomes, of things that you have chunked up, that your to-dos, and then really you can look at this massive list and say, oh my God, that can also ultimately demotivate you to do anything at all. Right? So how do you take that big list to do outcomes or goals and chunk it down and say, you know what, today or this week, I'm going to if I can do this 1 or 2 things, right? The brain has this thing where it goes 1, 2, 3, many. 1, 2, 3, many. What does that mean? Well, the brain can really think realistically about 3 things at a time, right? To accomplish 3 things at a time. So try not to exceed 3. So he said, this list, these 3 things, if I accomplish these 3 things today or this week or the next few days, you know what? This month, doesn't matter. If I can accomplish these 3 things, that's chunking it down. And then after I accomplish these 3, then I'll take more from that list and then take another 3 and bite size it down, right? Chunk down. Yes. So.
Yes. Same thing, again, let's say you want your children to eat better food, right? Again, just chunk it down, hey, maybe instead of saying, hey, baby, I want you to eat all kind of vegetables. They're like, oh my God, I don't want to eat so many vegetables. Sure. Well, maybe start one at a time, we'll start with corn first and then maybe start with broccoli and then, start with green bean, right? Just one at a time, just make it, chunk it down, making it small. So no way you don't feel overwhelmed. I remember, Dean Graziosi was saying this yesterday too. A lot of people are trying to get online right now, trying to be online educator, online business. I'm with, the real estate site, KW, everybody's going online. But then they're like, okay, should I do Instagram? Should I do, YouTube? Should I do TikTok? Should I do this? And they're like, oh my God, there's too many of them. Okay, I'm just going to go take a break and I'll come back and do it. However, what Dean said is just one post at a time, You just have to chunk it down and do one at a time. It's just one picture. Take one picture and one post, one live and one post. And then pretty soon you notice like, wow, you're doing all this thing. We got kind of overwhelmed at the very beginning too. Because like, oh my God, what are we doing? So now we chunking it down. Every day we're only doing 2 live.
Yeah, we think about that. We just think about those, 1, 2, or 3 things, right? To master those 3 things. That's it, right? Because if you have this big to-do list, this big goal, this big outcome list, and if you're trying to think about all of them, now you become a dabbler of all of them instead of mastering those 1, 2, or 3 things. Does that make sense? So when we really put some time to think, we really chunk down and what are we going to think about today? Right? What are we going to think about those 1, 2, or 3 things today that's going to make massive impact, right? So that's what we mean.
It's kind of like the book, The One Thing. What is the one thing that you do that, make the rest of them irrelevant? Tim Ferriss talk about it. Gary Keller talk about it in the One Thing book. This is a big thing. What is the one thing that you can do that everything else does not matter? Again, what is, maybe like what baby said, 1, 2, 3. If you really need to get to 3, then what is the top 3 thing? But that's it. Cut it off, know. And so that way you have the energy that you need to do to accomplish those things. And I think that bring my baby out to the next topic.
So the next tip is think outcomes. So if you're gonna think outcomes instead of goals. Big difference, right? Yes. So our online business, we want to essentially enroll and help have 10,000 students in the next 2 years, right? So we, again, chunk down. We look at a plan, a 5-year, 10-year plan, but we say, let's chunk it down. We know what we want in the next 10 years.
Yes.
We already have that we already have laid out the outcome we want, right?
Yep.
And we chunked it down. So let's just look at this year. Let's look at the next 2 years.
Yep.
How many is that? What's the outcome we're looking for, right?
Yep.
And what I mean by outcome, a goal is different. A goal is a target, right? A goal is a target. Everybody sets goals, right? Yep. And really, you don't meet your goals, and this is, in terms of goal setting, we'll talk about that in another series, but most people do not meet their goals. They meet their identity.
Yep.
Okay, the result they get is based on their identity as a human being, not really the goals that they set. So when you want to look at, why I say think about outcomes versus goals is really look at, what do I want to, what's my outcome? We say this year we want to, enroll 5,000 students. Next year, double in size, right? That's where we're going to start. And eventually 10 years from now, we're going to go up to 150, 200,000 students. But 5,000 students, chunk down to this coming year, this time next year, we'll have 5,000 students. That's our outcome. And then from there, I can make decisions and look at and start chunking down what needs to happen in order for that to actually happen that leads up to 5,000. So I begin with the end in mind of 5,000 students enrolled outcome instead of that being a goal, and then really work backwards.
Yes.
Right? So.
Yes. Again, why do you think outcome? A lot of people are like, man, I want to do this. So this is my goals. And a lot of times you just don't accomplish all the goals that you have. But however, if you think about outcome, kind of what Tony said is, if it's outcome, that means it's already done. Right? If it's outcome, it's already done. So what are the things that you know that you're going to get done, and then set those goals?
Yes.
A lot of time, when I manage my team, I always tell them, hey, I know that you have like this 10 thing going on. I don't want you to do all that. I just want you to get this 1 or 2 things really, really well. So that way, you feel good about yourself. The energy level is great because you accomplish all this thing. You think it through. You make sure that, it's going to happen before you set it. So that way, it's like every day you're achieving something, right?
You're moving the needle, right?
Yep.
So this outcome is what you want. Okay, what has to happen? What outcome needs to happen there to make this happen? What outcome needs to happen there to make this happen?
Yes.
And then eventually you'll find out, God, I need to make this is the first outcome or 2 outcomes I need to have. And once that happens, it starts a domino effect on all the other outcomes. Does that make sense? So,
and obviously another, a sidebar. So make sure, you celebrate all the wins. Overachievers out there. I know that if you're watching our channel, most likely you're an overachievers. Make sure you celebrate the wins, because we know that there's a huge mountain right there that we're trying to climb. And then every time we get to one of the tip, we just look at the next tip and we just keep moving forward. Sometimes that also burn our energy, because you have to celebrate the win. You have to honor yourself and say, hey, good job, fellas. Good job, C's. We have been doing amazing. And then go climb that mountain.
Yes.
Okay? So don't take your achievement from granted.
Yes, most definitely. And then the third tip that we have for you, if you're going to think anyways, think big.
Yes.
Right? If you're going to think anyways, think big. And this is so important, because beliefs, right? Your beliefs really either really moves you forward and helps you create those massive breakthroughs in your life that empower you, right? Beliefs that empower you to move forward, to take action, to live life at the next level, to create an extraordinary life. Or if you think small, then you're going to have limiting beliefs and they will hold you back. Right? Yes. So that's what I mean by thinking big. Thinking big is really creating the belief system within yourself to really, to say that, life, just like my wife says, life is buffet. All you can eat buffet. Go eat it, right? Go take care of it. You can do it. And nobody, if you look at the difference between people that are extremely, extremely successful and the people that are not and are trying all the time, that's it. They're trying, right? But the people that are extremely successful, they just know that they can get whatever it is in life they want. Yes. They go after it, and they're thinking about it all the time and how to take it to the next level. And then once they get there, they always want, they create another next life as well. And we're not just talking about like money in the bank. We're not talking about that at all. Like we said at the very beginning, there are 2 sides of your life. There's the art of, really the science of achievement, and then there's the art of fulfillment. So why not think big on both areas?
Yes, we love to always say, go big, go home, like what just like what we said just now. Hey, we're going to learn, right now, every week we're learning. And my friend's like, dude, why are you always learning? My client is like, hey, you're on another learning course again? I say, yeah, because I need to pivot. If I want to really, if we would really want to do it, we want to do, go big, go home, right? Because we're thinking big, and again, what we always say, right? Aim to the star and land on the moon. Did I say that right this time?
Stars and moon. Stars are further than the moon. But
I usually say, land,
aim for the moon, shoot for the moon, land on the stars. Like, babe, the stars are further.
Hey, trajectory, right? Think big. You know, even that thing about the moon, I'm just gonna land on the star. You know, screw it, I'm flying anyway, right? So again, you know, think big. I mean, I think that's really fun. That's why, you know, you can always feel the abundance that we have, you know, in life. Because hey, if we're gonna think big, if we're gonna be successful, why can't you just be successful together with us? Because then together we're gonna have so much fun. You know, together we're gonna be, you know, doing so much more together. You know, that's what really, you know, feel me, you know. So are you excited? Are you excited? Are you thinking big?
Yeah, so guys, if you guys like this video, this series, please hit the like button, comment as well below, and then most importantly, if you believe that it's going to impact somebody you love, please share us as well, okay? So again, to close things off, this is our 10 Habits of All Successful People series, and today's topic, the very first habit is obviously has to do with thinking, and the topic was think before you blink, right? Think before you take action. And the 3 tips that we gave you is chunk down all your thinking. Right? You're gonna chunk up and then chunk down. Really take things in bite sizes. And then second tip was, you know, think outcomes instead of goals. And third is think big. Think big. Think huge. You're gonna think anyways. You might as well think big. Okay. So we love you very much. We look forward to seeing you on the next series. And this series is gonna go for 10 weeks. So stay tuned to it. Okay. We love you very much. See you soon. If you like this show, subscribe now.
Remember, mastery starts here.
See you on the next show.